What's up guys and welcome back. So today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I'm doing a versus matchup. Nightcrawler versus Azazel specifically. So I decided to do this because they both are kind of similar. They have like the same power set and there really aren't that many videos on Azazel out there. So I decided let's do this versus matchup. So here I am doing it. And I'll only be using the X2 version of Nightcrawler in this video. I might do a later one with the X-Men Apocalypse version, but for now I'm just going to stick with the X2 version. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'll be judging them on 3 categories: teleportation, agility, and endurance. And also for teleportation, I will have 3 subcategories in that: teleportation range, teleportation speed, as in how fast after they teleport they can make another teleport, and then teleportation strength, as in how many people they can teleport with one single teleport. That sounded really weird, but yeah, those would be the 3 subcategories of this. So, first one's up. Alright, so we'll start with the teleportation category, and of the 3 subcategories in that category, we will be starting with range. I think you can tell from the movies that Azazel had a lot more range. I mean, Nightcrawler consistently says he can only teleport as far as he can see. And as you can see here, Azazel just teleports right into this place here. And the only way you can really see in or out was through that crack in the bookcase thing. So Azazel could in no way see out of there. So I'm definitely giving the teleportation range point to Azazel. And now for the next category, speed. So in the White House scene of X2, Nightcrawler is really teleporting fast. I mean, he teleports in just midair, kicks someone, and literally right after his foot makes contact, he teleports to someone else. And here, he barely materializes. I mean, so maybe Azazel just doesn't want to teleport as fast, but for this point, it definitely, again, it's another definitely, I mean, these haven't been close calls at all, but it's definitely going to be Nightcrawler. And now for the last subcategory, teleportation strength. Again, this really isn't very fair. Azazel teleports 4 other people, and I can't recall Nightcrawler teleporting any more than 1 person. If this were the X-Men Apocalypse Nightcrawler, it would be a very different story, but we are not using X-Men Apocalypse Nightcrawler, so this point is going to go to Azazel by a long shot. Again. Man, these really haven't been fair at all. Alright, here are the current standings. And for the next category, we'll be doing their agility. And again, this really isn't that fair. Just Nightcrawler, at least X2 version, has just a lot more agility. I mean, that White House scene, you can see him doing back handsprings and flips and mid-air kicks. And Azazel just doesn't stack up to that. I mean, he has that sword and whatever the other thing is that he just stabs his enemies with, but I really can't see him just, I don't know, he never really just shows any agility, so this is going to go to Nightcrawler by a long shot. And now for the last category, endurance. I mean, both these characters have shown good endurance, I guess. I mean, Azazel got hit by Beast a couple times and got knocked out, but Nightcrawler got hit by a bullet. This is really hard. It's like comparing apples and oranges, really. But they're so different, it's hard to see who would come out on top. Because Azazel got hit in the chest by Beast, who is very strong, might I add. But Nightcrawler got hit in the arm with a bullet, and he just basically teleports out of there. If I gave it to Nightcrawler, it'd be kind of unfair, because he was hit in a non-lethal spot, while Azazel was hit straight in the chest by Beast, hard enough to make him do like a full backflip and then fall, so I'm just going to call it a tie, because you really can't choose which one has better endurance, so it's a tie. Because so far it's a tie, I'm going to have to give them another category, because you can't have a tie, that just doesn't work. So this one will be called all-out battle skills, and basically this means if they were to fight each other, who would win? So if they were just walking around like Geonosia and they met each other and they started fighting, it would be a tie, because Azazel likes to use that cheap tactic of teleporting them up super high in the air and then just dropping them. But since Nightcrawler can teleport, that really wouldn't work on him. So that would be a tie unless they decided like, okay, we're going to meet right here at blah 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 time, and we're going to be able to take our whatever weapons we want and just battle it out. Azazel would win, because when Nightcrawler knew he was going to assassinate the president, he only took a knife, and he only used that for actually trying to kill the president and not his Secret Service guards. So, but when Azazel knew he was going to fight the CIA, he took a sword and whatever that other weapon is. So that will just give him an advantage. I mean, if he has a weapon and Nightcrawler doesn't, then Azazel's just going to win. So I'm going to have to give this last point to Azazel. Alright, so now that we've finished all the categories, it's time to crown our winner. So, the winner is Azazel. Now, depending on how this video does, I might do another versus one, like Nightcrawler versus Nightcrawler, like X-Men Apocalypse versus X2, or X-Men Apocalypse Nightcrawler versus Azazel. But for now, that's the end of the video.